Hello students, this is Konkona Bhagavati ma'am of Finance Department of your college, Icon Commerce College. Today I am here to share with a few idea about a particular topic from your MBP, Modern Banking Practice. Uh, this particular topic is from Unit 3, Relationship between Banker and Customer. Now, all of you know who is a banker and who is a customer. Now, a banker is a person who basically carries out banking business. And a customer, in general, we can say a customer is a person who purchase goods and services. But in banking context, a customer basically is a person who has an account in the bank. Now, to become a person has to have a some regular kind of transaction with the banking transaction with the bank. Now, who may be the customers of a bank? An individual, a person like you and me can become a customer of a bank. Again, a group of people, that means more than one person may have a joint account with the bank. Then a company, joint stock company, to carry out their business operations, they might open an account in the bank. Then a trust, then any kind of institution or association. Then the government may also be a customer of a bank. And finally, a commercial bank, may become a customer of another commercial bank. Now, let's move to the relationship between a banker and a customer. Now, here I shall discuss the relationship between banker and a customer in three categories. The first one is the relationship shared by a banker and a customer, which is that of a debtor and creditor. Now, all of you know the basic function, one of the basic functions of a bank is to accept deposits. Now, when customers um, they deposit their money in the bank, they automatically become the creditor of the bank, and the banker becomes the debtor. Now, why a banker acts as a debtor here? Because on demand of the customer, this particular amount of money which is deposited in the bank by the customer is repayable, basically in case of savings and current account, because all of you know in case of fixed deposit it is payable or repayable at a particular maturity, the time is given there. Again, a banker, in case of loan granted to the customer, when a banker grants loans or advances to their customer, it takes the position of a creditor, and the customer on the other hand acts as the debtor, because that particular amount which is taken by the customer from the bank, it is again repayable to the bank after a particular period of time. So here the customer automatically takes the position of a debtor, and the banker takes the position of a creditor. Now, I think you have noted that in case of deposit, the banker is the debtor and the customer is the creditor. And in case of loans and advances, the banker is the creditor and the customer is the debtor. Now, the next relationship which is shared by a banker and a customer is that of trustee and beneficiary. Now, the banker also have the facility of safe deposit vaults, where the customers can keep their valuable documents, ornaments, or securities with the banker for safe custody. Now, here the customer assumes the position of a beneficiary, and the banker who provides that particular service is the trustee. It acts as the trustee. Now, you please here you note down one thing. Let's suppose now all of you know that when deposits are kept in the bank by the customer, that particular money is used by the bank for loans and advances to some other people. Now, here let's suppose the customer has kept some money in their safe deposit vaults. This is not available for any kind of granting of loans and advances by the banker, because it is accepted by the banks as a trustee. Okay. Now, next we shall move to the third important point, that is agent and principal. Now, all of you know who is an agent. Now, agent is a person who acts on behalf of another person. That particular other person is the principal. So, any person who acts on behalf of another person is the agent, and the principal basically authorizes his agent to perform certain activities. Now here, when the bank assumes the position of an agent, now all of you know, we can pay our insurance premium, electricity bill, again any kind of expenses through the bank, isn't it? Now these particular activities or functions, when performed by a particular banker, it takes the position of an agent, and the customer here acts as a principal. Now you can also say that these are agency functions of a bank, when the banker perform certain functions on behalf of their customers, like payment of electricity bill, insurance premium, then buying and selling of securities, etc. Now, other than these particular three important relationships shared by a banker and a customer, there are certain other relationships like bailor and bailee, then pledger and pledgee. Bailor and bailee, these particular two positions are assumed by a banker and a customer when goods are kept with the banker by the customer for safe custody. Here the bank is the bailee and the customer is the bailor. Now all of you know, when a particular bank they grants loans and advances, they take certain securities, so that in case of default in payment of that particular amount of loan, they can recover the money by selling those assets or whatever which is given by the customer against that particular loan. So when securities are given against loan, that particular process is known as pledge, and here the customer is the pledger and the banker is the pledgee. So this is something which I have tried to give give a little idea about this particular relationship of banker and the customer. Please go through it, and I shall come with some more important topics very soon. Thank you, all of you.